largest paint maker is known for the kind of resilience its sales figures, its volume figures have managed to display quarter after quarter. A double-digit growth on the domestic decorative volume growth front until, of course, the COVID-19 pandemic and the lockdown that was induced because of that did hit the country, and of course, consequently, Asian Paints as well. The company has sustained injuries because of this nationwide lockdown, which came into full force, by the way, in Q1. So while in Q4 it was left off with some minor injuries with just a 1% volume growth, snapping that 8-quarter double-digit volume growth streak, this time around the situation will definitely be worse because, like I mentioned, we have the full force of the lockdown in effect. And obviously a company like Asian Paints, that's firstly discretionary in nature, secondly does depend on labor, is going to feel the blow with a 55% drop in the top line. That's what the ET Now poll is pegging that at. We're seeing the top line at just about 2,300 crore rupees, halving from the corresponding quarter. And we are expecting that domestic volume growth, the decorative volume growth rather, falling by 52%. On the margin front, and more specifically on the cost of goods sold front, it's no surprise that, we are going to see a big fall in the costs because crude prices have fallen, its derivative prices have fallen. So monomer prices, titanium dioxide prices, which are the key raw materials for paint companies, have seen quite a fall in costs, and that in turn will perhaps assist the gross margins of Asian Paints. But mind you, when you are staring at a 55% fall in volumes, that is going to completely obliterate any kind of positives that lower costs could throw up on the gross margin front and result in the EBITDA margins compressing by almost 1,000 basis points. So we are expecting the EBITDA margin to come in at 12.8% versus 22.7%. Lack of operating leverage will definitely hit the margins and even the profit after tax, which we are expecting at just 85 crores, a drop of almost 87%. The management has, of course, tried to foray into the making of sanitizers, but obviously that's a very, very small business. It's in infancy stages, and at this point of time, it looks like even paints, which, like I mentioned, has been hit by the double whammy of not just being an item that's discretionary in nature, that does depend on people spending their disposable incomes, especially if it's decorative in nature. And secondly, the resistance on the part of individuals to allow laborers into their home, not to mention, of course, in the first place, the lack of laborers as well. So this could be a double whammy that will hit, not just Asian Paints, but I suppose all paint companies.